What it do, boos? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about the pros and cons to being a nurse. Well, these are my pros and cons. This is what I think. This is what I believe. So if you already a nurse, you might not agree, but this is what I say. So let's start off with one pro. So one pro to being a nurse is that the money, of course, that's the number one top, the money. So when I got into nursing, I thought that nurses made like this large amount of money. Nurses do make really good money. They make good money, but the reason why there's a lot of money in nursing really is because of the opportunities for bonuses and overtime. So a lot of people that work normal Monday through Friday jobs, there's not a lot of room for overtime and stuff like that. And a lot of normal jobs or other type of jobs, they don't offer a lot of bonuses. You hear nurses all the time talking about, oh, they're offering this bonus. Like, for example, my job right now is offering $300 bonuses for any shift that you pick up. So a little Saturday morning, 7 to 3, if you're already off, you can go pick up, make your money that you was, whatever you were going to make, whatever your pay rate is, plus an extra $300 on top of what you're making. I worked at another job that during COVID, and actually for a long time after COVID, they offered double pay. So double pay, any shift that you picked up was double pay. So once again, that little 7 to 3, instead of getting paid for 8 hours, you're getting paid for a full 16 hours. So nurses do have like a very good starting pay rate, but I learned that the reason why nurses make the money they do is due to the bonuses, the unlimited overtime. There's unlimited overtime that you can acquire. There's agencies and other ways to make money on the side outside of your normal job. Now, granted, if you work a Monday through Friday job in a doctor's office or a clinic, things can be a little bit different for you. I'm talking more so nurses that work in like the nursing home or the hospital. There's always opportunities to earn more money than your regular salary. Now, let's talk about a con. This is a con that I kind of knew as a CNA, but it was different for me being a nurse. So this con is being around so much death. So because I work in a nursing home, I've experienced being around a lot of death. Like I've had hospice patients that, I had to literally watch die or take care of while they were in the process of actively dying. And that's really hard because not only do you have to deal just seeing people that are dead, you also have to deal with family members and family members having to deal with their loved ones gone to heaven. And so that was a hard one for me that I had to really, really get over because you are close to death. Like you see a lot of death. And also we've had patients that have coded that we attempted to save, that we were unsuccessful saving. And that takes a toll on your mind mentally because you want to do anything possible for this person that you can and you want to save them, but that doesn't always work out the way that you want it to sometimes. So that was another thing. Being around death is definitely a con for me. I've learned to cope with it and deal with it, and I know that it's a normal part of life, but it's hard. And it's hard too because I just think about my family members. And so for me, I take care of other people's family members the way I want them to take care of mine because I'm stepping behind mine, period. So another pro is taking care of people. So I actually love taking care of people. I love making people happy. I love doing stuff that will make other people happy. I love helping people, and it warms my heart when I can help somebody's family member. So say, your mother needs to go to a nursing home. I take pride in knowing that I can make her experience the best that it could possibly be underneath my care. And that makes me happy, truly. It's a good feeling when, they come up to you and they say, thank you so much for being there at a time where I couldn't be there for my family member. Once again, I take care of people how I would want them to take care of my family because I'm going to step. And so I step for my residents. I step for my patients. So a con, though, on the other hand, can be family members. Family members sometimes can be overbearing. They're always worried about their loved ones, which I completely understand. But sometimes they can be a little overbearing. Sometimes family members can be demanding. It's just part of it. They have anxiety about not being there. Some family members aren't able to speak up and stand up for themselves. So it's completely natural to have family members that are afraid or, worried about the care that their family is getting. Sometimes that can be stressful, especially when you know that you're giving the best care possible. So to me, family members can be a con because you have to deal with so many different family members and so many different personalities and people, being worried about their family. I understand and I completely get it, but it's a con for me. So another pro is learning that health is wealth. So working in a nursing home, I see so many people. For example, I vape. I currently vape, and I'm currently in the process of cutting out vape. I see so many people that are in the position they in based on their life situations. And so I decided that I wanted to make the best life situations while I'm young, so that way I can be in a different position when I'm older. So I think that that was a pro for me, is really learning that health is wealth. Like, you really have to make good choices while you're young now, because it could really change your whole life when you get older and maybe you need help or something like that. You could possibly have lung cancer or something because you smoked your whole 20s or 30s. So I think it was a pro for me to be a nurse and learn that health is wealth, and also to just know about certain things, know about viruses, colds, all these different diseases that you can get, or ways that you can prevent these different diseases so you don't get them. And let's see, a con is, for me, is working in a facility that is a 24-hour facility. So this can be a con because on holidays, where people that work at normal jobs or corporate jobs, or even if you work at Walmart, on Christmas, Walmart is closed. On Christmas, the nursing home, the hospital, all those facilities are 24 hours and they never stop. That's another reason why there's always opportunities for overtime, because those facilities are literally running 24 hours a day. Somebody has to always be there. So no, I don't get Christmas off, which can be a con, because while everybody's at home spending time with their family, we are out taking care of other people's family, and somebody has to be there at all times. So most nurses, we rotate. We don't work every single holiday. I usually choose Thanksgiving because I work day shift and I can be off and be my family. And you know, food don't be ready anyways. But by the time I get off, my family just begins stuff cracking. So that's my holiday that I choose. And then I normally do New Year's too, because I tend to not go out on New Year's. And so me and my nurses in my facility, we kind of work it out. Whatever holiday matters to you, then, you know, you'll have those off, and whatever, we work together. So whatever holiday I want to work, you know, I'll pick those up. But it's a 24-hour facility. And so weekends, if you are staffed with somewhere, you have to work weekends. And a lot of the time, like I said in the previous video, the money is on the weekends. So I tend to work a lot of weekends to where I have friends and family members who have every single weekend off. And that's just, you know, how it is. I can choose to have every weekend off based on the way that I make my schedule. But like I said before, there's a lot of money to be made on the weekends. And with me being in school, I spend a lot of my weekends working to make sure that I can provide for me and my daughter. Another pro, because I gotta do pro. Another pro is that there's endless opportunities in nursing. If you don't want to work in a nursing home, you can work in a doctor's office. If you don't want to work in a doctor's office, you can go work at CSL Plasma. Like, it's so much stuff that you can do as a nurse that is crazy. As an LPN, my door is slightly limited, but once that door for an RN gets opened up, you can be a surgical RN. It's so much stuff. Even as an LPN, you can work in the hospital, on a med surg floor, on an OB floor. It's so many different things that you can do. You don't have to be stuck with nursing home. There is a lot of money in the nursing home, which is why a lot of LPNs, which is why a lot of LPNs tend to work in the nursing home. But it's endless opportunities on what you can do. You can start your own business as an RN, doing like IVs and stuff like that. And just being knowledgeable about healthcare. My mom, for example, has been an RN since 1999, and she actually started her own home health business. It's actually called Breakthrough Healthcare, and it's based in St. Louis, Missouri. And I think that that's amazing, because her getting her RN opened her door. So once again, I said endless opportunities for what she want to do. Let's see another con. So another con is working in a nursing home. A nursing home is not always the best place to work. It's not for the weak, for a fact. You do have to be strong to work in a nursing home. It takes special type of nurses. I had seen a nurse the other day post and say, I think it's crazy how we can change drains. We can change these wounds and these dressings and stuff in these ostomy bags. And then I just go to the nursing station and eat like it ain't nothing. I thought that was hilarious, because after working in a nursing home, you get used to the nursing home life, and you're not like disgusted. You're not, for some people, if nursing is for you, then you won't be disgusted. But if nursing is possibly not for you, then you will be disgusted by blood and all the different things that you can see in a nursing home, which also can be a con for some people. To me, the blood and stuff like that doesn't bother me that much. I do what I gotta do, handle my business. And I most definitely got some stories to tell about some crazy stuff that I've been in, crazy situations and stuff. I be telling my friends and stuff all the time, and they be like, what, girl, y'all did what happened? Those will come soon though, later down the road. But those are my pros and cons for being a nurse. There's plenty more. I'm sure I could go on and on for days, but I do want y'all to know that I had more pros to being a nurse than I had cons. So if you're thinking about doing nursing, it's definitely something that I feel like you should tap into. I absolutely love my career. I wouldn't change it for the world. That's why I'm pursuing further into healthcare, is because I love taking care of people. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. And nursing pretty much saved my life. Shoot, it allowed me to give my daughter the best life possible. So I wouldn't change my decisions for nothing. Anyways, this is your first time here, go ahead and like and subscribe. Also, in my little info, I'm gonna put my social media sites on there. So if you guys want to follow me, you can tap in. I honestly tend to not post a whole lot. I do sometimes. It depends. With me being in school and doing all the stuff that I'm doing, sometimes I get really busy, so I tend to not post. But you guys can follow me for more tips and tools. Adios.